Now the game's simple. You want mercy? Play by the rules.
Alright, this one is about to get crazy. We're making this video about Saw theories. Have you guys watched the movie? Let me know if you guys did in the comment section below. And let me know, what do you guys think of the Saw franchise? I mean, it took me a while to start watching the movies, but as soon as I watched them, I was hooked. It just gets you thinking every single time. And it makes you think about all these theories that can be going on during the movies. So you know what? It's time to think together on these ones. Let me know if you guys have any Saw theories as well. So this right here is the top 10 scary Saw theories. Alright, let's start off strong here with Jigsaw might actually still be alive, and this theory starts off this video in at number 10. We all learned that Kramer is Jigsaw in the film, and at the end of the last film that came out in 2017 titled Jigsaw, well, at the end of the film he was killed. But viewers don't believe that he's actually dead, and me, I don't believe that either. Maybe it was all a dream. One of the main characters, Jeff, of the movie, sliced his throat in an attempt to save his wife, but what he didn't know was by killing Jigsaw, allowed his heartbeat to drop, and when his heartbeat drops, the contraption that is strapped to his wife's neck is triggered, and that's what kills his wife. But somehow Jigsaw is able to still focus and push this play button on this audio recorder. So some suggest that maybe Jigsaw created this fake blood splatter on his neck, knowing that Jeff would go for his policy. So the big question is he still alive? Well, a bigger question is there going to be another Saw movie? I really hope so. Number 9, Leo Whannell, the Australian man behind the Saw movies. He might have written this movie based on his own perspective and experience. Well, here's the true story. Whannell was actually experiencing migraines, and when he went through an MRI and testing, he started to think what it would be like to, get bad news of his own impending death. So Kramer's character was inspired by himself. So what if this movie never happened? Would this Australian man be the real life Jigsaw killer? Now that would be pretty damn scary, because Jigsaw was highly intelligent who never got caught, and he killed so many people. So maybe Whannell found a way to live out his fantasy without going to prison, for the Alright, number 8. Some theories suggest that the Saw movies was based on a true story. Just imagine it was, and we have this really there's this genius guy out there. He never gets caught, but he always sets up traps to test your ability to see if you want to live. I for sure couldn't handle a real life or death situation. I would pretty much 99% of the time just die. I think I have a huge will to survive, but the traps in the movie are insane. Do you guys think you can survive some of them? Well, the movie is based on real life fear and torture, so to think that this movie was inspired from someone who enjoys inflicting that kind of pain on someone is pretty damn scary. Next up, number 7, John Kramer, aka Jigsaw, might have been Kevin McAllister in the Home Alone movies. I mean, all of the signs are kind of there.
Other than that, I'm in good shape.
Kevin was only 8 years old, and he's already trying to burn people alive. While Kevin got older, he changed his name to John Kramer, and then he gained the nickname Jigsaw. As he got older, his traps became a lot more sophisticated. Is this real life right now? Who thinks of this? A one-way hand trap? There's no way out of it. Well, there is one way out, but it's not gonna be good. Number 6, Hoffman might still be alive, and he might be setting up more traps to kill people. So what you guys just watched was the final scene of Hoffman in the 2010 Saw film, where he was left by Dr. Lawrence Gordon. Dr. Gordon left him in the same room for the first Saw movie, where he had to cut off his own feet. There are theories out there that suggest that Hoffman might actually have continued being a part of the next few Saw movies that came out, but he was never actually seen because he was very stealth. If you guys can remember, also in the room Hoffman was left in, there was still a half saw blade and a hacksaw. Also, there was a dead body. So Hoffman could have used the sharp piece of a bone or something, or the saw, the hacksaw to free himself. It's very plausible, and we didn't hear the massive door lock either. So did Dr. Gordon leave him there to die, thinking he couldn't get out of his handcuffs, so he didn't bother locking the door? Well, rumors have it another Jigsaw movie might be coming out, and it might show how Hoffman escaped. Number 5, I was reading on Reddit and someone came up with this fan theory. Maybe everyone has dark thoughts deep in their minds and some people act upon them. Well, in the movie, Kramer wasn't suffering from just any type of cancer. He had a brain tumor. A tumor on the frontal lobe which can affect your behavior and rational thinking and also your judgment. I know the theme of the movie was this genius guy who tried to help people appreciate their lives because his life was being taken away from him. Well, you're supposed to hate but love this character in the film, but maybe, just maybe, Kramer had no freaking idea what the heck he was doing and he just had a huge lack of judgment. Maybe he wasn't the smart guy. He created ways to torture people and taunt the police and anyone else who couldn't save his life. Kramer did all of this because, you know what is there to lose? The answer is nothing at all. He was going to die quickly regardless if he was in prison or at home scheming. This guy was so crazy because of the tumor that he actually went through with all of this madness. Number 4, there have been a lot more people involved with Jigsaw. Kramer was just the only one who wanted to be identified. Law enforcement might have also been involved with Jigsaw. There was a part of the movie where the law enforcement representative claimed that Jigsaw couldn't be charged with murder, and that's because he didn't kill anyone. Well, that actually doesn't make sense because according to the law, a felony offenses includes things like kidnapping, torturing, and attempt to murder. So why was Jigsaw not taken in a lot sooner? I mean, and put into an insane asylum where you couldn't plot anymore to murder anyone else. A lot of the offenses committed would have been classified as first-degree murder, but for some reason Kramer, aka Jigsaw, was never taken in. I mean, pretty interesting. Number 3. So that was the moment that Adam died. But there is speculations that Adam survived that gunshot wound to the shoulder and he was able to escape. Let me explain. There is a scene where Kramer tells Amanda to put Adam's left leg in the shackle. And in this picture, you can see that Adam's left leg is clearly in the shackle. But then take a look at this other scene from another movie where Adam's body was found. This was a scene in the next movie showing Adam is dead. He's wearing the same shirt and pants. It looks like Adam, but is it Adam? Well, take a look at this image right here. If this is Adam, why is his right leg shackled? Clearly, this is not Adam. Number 2, Dr. Gordon might have been involved with Jigsaw right from the beginning, and the cutting off of his feet scene was totally fake. There was a question to why Dr. Gordon didn't go back and save Adam in the washroom scene. Dr. Gordon might have already lost a foot, and he was just acting the whole time. I mean, let's take a look at how he walked. Isn't it obvious? It's clearly obvious he is limping around. Also, when Adam told him to turn off the lights, Dr. Gordon made sure to look everywhere else and he looked in every other direction other than right beside him where there was a huge X. Also, right away you'll notice like Dr. Gordon, he grabs that box, which it's the smallest box ever, and he sits down right away. Why? Well, because he only has one leg and he's tired of standing on it, so he sits down. Not really behaviors of a normal person. Is this real life right now? Who thinks like this in a scary adrenaline situation like that? So for this one, we're talking about the theory that all of the Jigsaw traps are meant to be failed. No one is supposed to survive them. The only people to survive them are those who thought well outside the box, well outside of Jigsaw's thought process, or was able to win from a miscalculation. So maybe Jigsaw isn't this person who is trying to test people's ability to want to survive. Maybe he just really enjoys torturing people. Well, there you guys have it. You've made it to the end of this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video.